Hello, this is Revolver Camp, and welcome to Map Quickie. Today, firstly, I've finally fixed my mic so I don't sound, breathy and such. You don't hear me inhale and exhale, like that. Anyway, so today we're doing just a quick coastal city map. I mean, y'all at this point, if you're watching the series, know the first step. Background layer up, and we're already through that by what I'm looking for on the video feed. Right now, we're making the harbor, which I usually like to make it like I do the coast under it, then I do the harbor above it, and I like to usually have roughly above 50% of the harbor being actually on land. You know, I don't know how actual harbors work, so take that at face value. Here I am building the roads. Like to note, these roads definitely too thick. 100%, 200% too thick for my intended purpose for them. After that, I draw on the buildings, which, if I probably put the cumulative size of the buildings and the road, it's probably a lot more of a ratio than I would want it to be. I mean, right now I'm doing just the outline of the buildings for this. I've been thinking of like a new way to do Map Quickie, or what I should actually talk about while doing this. Because usually I talk about, oh, hey, how do we make a map? Here's the steps how I made this map. I basically talk about the same shit every single time I do this. And I was like, hey, let's try something new. So, today, now that we're fucking halfway through, let's talk about why I needed this map and what's its purpose. This small coastal map for my campaign I needed basically because the players started on a continent that was relatively small, so I could establish the plot, like establish what's going to happen, what's your main driving force, and so they had to, and for it to be like not too big and expansive, so they don't wander off and do shit I don't intend them to do. I like to, I know how some DMs do it, where they basically grab the player's hand and be like, all right, here, children, walk through this way, and experience the campaign that I planned. I usually tend not to do it like that. Usually, at the beginning, I kind of do that a bit, so I could be like, hey, here's the plot, here's the reason for doing it. There you go. The motivation, drive, it's up to you. And after that, well, they can go about fixing the problem how they see fit. Usually I provide one way to do it. One obvious way, and that's usually the way that they go. And yeah, since we're ending the video relatively soon, I'd like to note those 3 buildings at the top, right in the harbor, they are too fucking close. And I regret it. But good news, I created a big portal in the middle of them, so it seemed like I did it on purpose. One of the best things about map making, at least on Tabletop Simulator, always edit it during.